Even after he got influenced by Charlie Munger and he started buying better businesses, probably I would say a few years back, I would say maybe 10, 12 years ago, I was in his office and I noticed he had Japan Company Handbook in his office. And the Japan Company Handbook is the same as the Moody's manual, except it's like value line with one half a page for each Japanese company. And he was going through it. So now Warren was 80 years old, and Aksarban was an exercise he was doing when he was 12 years old. And the Moody's manual was something he was doing when he was 25 years old. All three exercises are exactly the same. Okay. And the amazing thing is, when he's 80 years old and he's managing hundreds of billions of dollars, he knew he can find nothing in there that can move the needle for Berkshire Hathaway. Okay. It's like, like I told you, the $1 million guys have to move up. They can't stay there. They're going to move up. But the thing is, he loved the hunt so much that he couldn't help himself. And probably if he found something in there, Berkshire couldn't buy it. He probably could buy it for his own account. And he did that with Korean stocks a few years ago, where again, it was the exact same thing. It was quantitatively cheap and he couldn't help himself. Right. And so that is the nature of this investing game, is that um, there will always be winning Aksarban tickets on the ground. And the only question, Itai, is will you bend and make some effort to pick them up and analyze them? So if a person is interested in doing that, I mean, I think that, we have these ancient Indian texts, the Upanishads. They are spiritual, but I think they're very heavily philosophical. And I think there's a quote, let me see if I can remember it. They say, as is your wish, so is your will. As is your will, so is your deed. As is your deed, so is your destiny. And then the punchline is, your deepest desire is your destiny. So if you really, really want something, okay, Buffett really, really wanted to find every single winning ticket that anyone had ever thrown away, right? And so he just went all in on that, right? So if you're willing to go all in and search in the nooks and crannies of the markets, you will find lots of treasures. But you've got to be very passionate about it. And the thing is, I've talked about in some of my past videos that, in 2019, I was visiting Turkey and I visited this company where the market cap was 20 million and liquidation value was like 500-600 million. Hallelujah. We're at the Exarban racetrack. And except that in this case, there's millions and millions of dollars on the ground. Nobody wants to pick it up. The entire country of Turkey, 80 million people, have no interest in picking up these Exarban tickets. So the Indian guy from Bandra in Mumbai in India has to go there and do the job for them. It's okay. I'm happy to do the job. And then, in 2015, there was my PEO one, this company, Rain Industries, I found, and no one was interested. We've got 1.3 billion people in India. They're not interested. And it's okay. I'll help them out. And that's fine. So they are there. They are there in plain daylight, but you've got to be focused on the hunt. And it can show up in very different, shapes and forms. And but if you're focused on that, it will happen.